Hi everyone, welcome back to Coffee Break, episode 5. Here today with Bee.
Hi.
And Bee, tell us, where are we today?
We are at Cafe Allegro in the U District on the Ave.
Do you come here often?
I have a few times. I wouldn't say it's my most frequent coffee shop, but it's definitely cute, so it's definitely worth coming here every once in a while.
So, what are you drinking today?
I have my chai latte with oat milk.
And I have a macchiato. Well, it's pretty good coffee, I must say. Yeah. You're a student at the University of Washington. What are you studying right now?
Psychology. That's what I want to major in. And I'm also taking a class in astronomy and a class about leadership and democracy.
Do you have a favorite among those three?
Probably my leadership and democracy class.
What kind of stuff do you do in that class?
We do a lot of readings and then writing and talking. It's a lot of working with words and language, I guess. Because for each class you have to read some chapter of a book or read a paper that he assigns, and then you write an essay about it, and then we go to class and discuss it in small groups. And so it's a lot of thinking and writing and reading, but yeah, it's fun.
How's the homework load compared to high school? Because I heard that in college you have to read a book every night and then write an essay and stuff. Yeah.
I would say it's more work outside of class, but less time in class. So it's definitely still manageable because I spend a lot less time in class than I did in high school, but I have more work that I have to manage. It's more of my own time management skills that I have to be on top of to make sure that I'm getting my homework done outside of class. My workload is not the most reading intensive. I definitely have friends who have a lot more reading than I do. It can be a lot of reading, but it's not too bad for me. It's more that I have a lot of writing to do.
So, do you have a favorite professor?
Yeah, probably also my one for leadership and democracy. He's 80 years old, and he's retired except for that class. And he's definitely really passionate about the subject. So, yeah.
Wow, 80 years old.
Yeah, and still teaching.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. That's older than my grandpa. Wow. Do you guys get to go on lots of trips in that class? Any fun stuff?
No, it's just a lot of discussion, a lot of writing. The thing about college is there's less organized field trips. We're not going places as a class, but you live with everyone. So I can go places with my friends or with my classmates if I wanted to.
Oh yeah.
But it's not organized through a class, really.
Mm-hmm. Is there any specific career you want to get into?
I'm really interested in neuropsychology or biopsychology, which is the overlap of neuroscience and psychology. It's what's going on in your brain when you're experiencing different psychological phenomenon. That's what I'm most interested in. That's where I think I want to go with it. But I'm not sure exactly what that'll look like yet.
Mm-hmm. Do you how did this passion start?
I don't really know. I feel I read a book at one point that was talking about this, and I was oh, this is fascinating. But I don't remember what it was. And then I took neurochemistry in senior year. Shout out to Sarah. That was a fabulous class. One of my favorites for sure. And I also took psychology with Dr. Brooks in the spring of my senior year. And both of those things just really confirmed for me that I was super interested in this subject. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is there a neurochemistry class at UW? I mean, probably.
I don't know if they have specifically neurochemistry, but you could major in neuroscience. They have a biopsychology class that I have to take at some point, or that I get to take at some point. But yeah, they have so many course offerings. I haven't even looked through them all, but I'm sure they have something similar. But it's nice because you get to totally select your own classes and pick your schedule and everything like that.
So I suppose then outside of academics, what's your favorite thing about college right now?
I think the independence and the social life, the fact that I can just go places when I want to, and I can do my homework when I want to, and I have a lot more freedom with what my schedule looks like and what I do with my free time. And because I'm at such a big school, there's just so many people that I can talk to or be friends with. And that's really awesome. Like, everyone I know lives on campus with me.
Has there like what's the most surprising thing about college, would you say?
I think at Lakeside there's a lot of pressure to like pick the exact.
So, I guess, what do you think about like the social aspect of college? Like, do you think you're getting along well? Do you think it's easy to make friends, especially with like? I mean, I guess because you can't really know everybody in your grade, right? That's 6,000 people. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, I love it, actually. I didn't think I was going to like going to such a big school. I was like a little nervous about it, but I actually am having so much fun because it's kind of nice, like, to be able to just chat somebody up and then not really have any pressure to like necessarily become friends. Like, you could make friends with them, or it could just be like a passing conversation. And like, I think it took some of this pressure off, knowing that like, oh, if I had a bad interaction with somebody, like, I don't necessarily have to see them again because the school is so big. And during orientation week, I think you'll find this at like any college, everyone is super friendly. I don't think I ate a meal alone for the first like 3 weeks of college because I was like, well, I got to socialize. Like, I got to make new friends. So if I was in the dining hall and I didn't have someone to talk to, I would turn to the person in line next to me and be like, hey, what's your name? Like, what's up? And then I would have a new person to have lunch with. And because of that, now when I'm walking around campus, like, it's kind of a running joke among my friends that like when we are walking around, like, I will recognize someone everywhere we go because I've been so sociable and like met so many people that like I have people all over campus that like I know, and that's kind of really awesome.
There's also like the cherry blossoms in spring, and then now in fall you have all these like the leaves and stuff. Yeah.
The cherry blossoms in spring are gonna get kind of crazy because it turns the campus into a tourist trap. And then you can't walk through the quad anymore. But right now it's beautiful with all the like the fall leaves, and it's very empty. There's no like, I don't have to push through any tourists to get to my classes.
Push through?
No, I'm kidding.
There's that many?
Yeah, there's going to be a lot. Come like March, yeah, it's crazy.
Theater, like, how does that program work at UW?
Well, I'm probably not the expert yet. But, so I actually honestly don't really know. There's several different like programs that do like shows and plays, and you can join clubs. There's a drama program, like you could take drama classes, you could major in it, you could minor in acting. Like, there's a lot of different ways to be involved in theater. They're doing Pippin the musical right now. They're starting work on that. One of my friends is in that, so I'll have to go see that.
But like in a school with 40,000 people, casting must get pretty competitive, right?
I'm not sure. It's a lot of like smaller productions. Like, it's not like one big fall play like we do at Lakeside, or like a musical that everyone's trying out for. It's like there's several things going on at once usually.
So like different organizations running those? Yeah. Okay, I kind of want to go back to the theater aspect of your life because I think that's really interesting. Like, what do you love so much about it?
For me, like, acting is such like it's an art form that I just really love. Like, I feel like I'm simultaneously get to be so myself. I think, okay, one of the things that I think is so fun about acting is that you are embodying like a character or something just like completely. Like, you're like 100% in embodying something that like isn't necessarily you. And I think it's so fun to get to play around with like different ways of presenting or talking or behaving that aren't me. And I think it's made me more confident with like public speaking and like being in front of a lot of people. And I think in turn, it's kind of made me more confident in like being myself and being like 100% who I am.
Do you have like any favorite shows?
Well, I don't watch musicals a lot. Like, I only really get involved in musicals when like I'm a part of them. Like when there's a musical happening at Lakeside. Like, that's the most involvement with musicals I really do. So I feel like sometimes people ask me, like, oh, what's your favorite musical? I'm like, I have no idea. But I think doing Shakespeare is really fun. So, like, shout out to Shakespeare that they're doing this year. Everyone should go see that.
Oh, yeah, Much Ado About Nothing.
Yeah, I'm going to go watch it. So you all should, too. But I think Shakespeare is really, really fun.
Why Shakespeare?
I actually used to really not like him. I found it very difficult to read and understand. I think he can be really tricky when you're reading him in an English class because, like, reading it on paper and trying to understand what he's saying, like, can be confusing. But I remember watching Midsummer in, like, sophomore year English. Like, we watched the movie, and I was like, oh my gosh, this makes so much more sense, like, when it's being acted out. And then we did Midsummer in junior year for the play, and I just feel like I kind of had this realization that Shakespeare works so much better when he's being acted and performed like as a play, the way it's supposed to be done. And I think his works are so fun because there's so much you can do with it. Like, there's so much for you to, like, get at. There's so much in the text, but also you can have so much fun. Like, you can have a tragedy, you can have a comedy, you can have something in between. Like, he just has so many different works that there's really something for everyone. All the Drama 4 students write short plays, and then other students can apply to, like, direct them, and then apply to, like, act in them. And so you get all these cute little short plays that get put on. And I wrote one of them that Timmy was in. And yeah.
What's it about?
Cannibalism and motherhood. It was a great one. It was so much fun. And you guys did such a good job with it. Shout out Kyle, too.
Oh, yeah. Our director. Amazing, amazing. I guess I'm curious, what inspired you to write this play? Because it seems like the two themes of, like, being a mother and cannibalism, it's so strange.
I was just thinking about different themes because I don't want to give away too much of the Drama 4 writing process. I don't know if these are, like, secrets that Albin's holding. But Albin does some writing exercises with the Drama 4 students before they start writing the plays, because it's hard to just set a bunch of students off and be like, okay, write your plays now. Like, and so we did a lot of activities to, like, help ourselves brainstorm. And one of them was coming up with, like, a list of things that we enjoyed, or like themes that we could think of, or genres.
You enjoy cannibalism?
No, that was just an example. And somehow that idea popped into my head as, like, a theme, or like a potential, like, challenge or something, like a conflict. And so I was like, oh, that would be funny. And I was thinking to myself, like, okay, well, if I was going to write about cannibalism, like, what would be the relationship dynamic between the characters? And I was like, well, like, I don't know, like, mother and daughter could be cool. And that was how it was born.
Do you feel like college is enhancing being a human?
Yeah. Yes. I don't really know what to say to that, like, how to add on to it. But yes, I feel like it's definitely, like, rounds you out as a person and gives you, like, experiences of being an adult that you wouldn't have otherwise. It's like a stepping stone into adulthood, where you have this independence, but you're still in kind of a controlled environment. Yeah, I
suppose that's what college is. And then I guess picking back where we left off. Oh, yes. How is it like living in college?
Oh, it's great. I love it. I really like living on campus. I live in one of the dorms that's, like, low-key kind of far away, but it's fine. I just get a little walk every morning. But I like it a lot. I think it's so fun living next to all my friends, and all the people that I know. It's very cool.
Taking back to Lakeside, what's one thing you miss about the school now that you're in college?
Probably also the drama program. I think it's kind of cool because it creates such, like, a tight-knit community. Like, I knew everybody who did drama, and that was kind of fun. I like going around college and not knowing most of the people I run into. It's kind of fun. But also, it was cool having a little community of people that I knew all of them.
Yeah. Guess, like, because the dynamic between a smaller school and larger school is so different. Yeah. Do you prefer one over the other?
I think I like being at a big school. I think I I wouldn't have liked it as much in high school, but I think it's really fun for college. Like, I think it's the perfect balance for me. Going from a pretty small school in high school to a very big school in college, I think was perfect for me.
Thank you, everyone, for coming to Coffee Break. No, there's been a lot of technical difficulties,
It's okay.
but, we'll pull through. It's just like high school, right?
So true.
Bumps in the road. All right. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye.